SourceFed. I'm Meg Turney.
And I'm Steve Zaragoza.
Steve, let's pretend we're playing RE6.
Okay.
Alright guys, so today we got our hands on Resident Evil 6, and it doesn't suck the worst any game has ever sucked, but it is pretty disappointing.
Yeah, we're not talking like eat your quarters, terrible arcade game type shit here. I expected more out of the Resident Evil series.
Just very meh. So we started off in the prologue, which by the way, if you're going to play co-op, one person has to complete the prologue to be able to get to the screen.
Yeah, and you have to sit there and watch the person play through annoyingly, and you know how annoying that is, especially if you're gonna play co-op, and you're like, we gotta, and then we had to do it like 3 times.
So there are a few small gameplay mechanics that were incredibly frustrating. The first one being camera angles, which Resident Evil is notoriously bad for.
See, and that's the thing, we weren't expecting like amazing camera angles to begin with, but in this one, it's definitely no exception. The other Resident Evil games camera angles suck. This one sucks as well.
Another thing that really bothered us was the graphics. Steve and I played split screen co-op. When I was playing in the prologue by myself, the graphics were still gorgeous. The gameplay graphics were great, but when we went to split screen, it was like an N64 game. It was disgusting.
Yeah, it kind of looked like GameCube, but like up converted, like, and we were even playing it on an HD TV and it looked even worse.
Yeah, it was awful. We'd literally stop and be like, look how bad that looks.
And also the split screen was also kind of not great either. There's all this room not being used, all this real estate not happening.
So so when you split screen, it's top bottom, which bothers me. I really like side by side, but it offsets them, and like Steve said, there's giant black cubes on either side.
Yeah, just wish that there was an option to adjust the split screen, like make it right down the middle or like match it up. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that we liked about the game.
Sure.
What did we like about the game?
I think that's an indicator.
That's an indicator. We didn't like much about the game. In fact, there's a lot of really boring, terrible crap you have to get through before you get to the fun parts of the game. And the fun parts of the game are like the other Resident Evil games, and that's kind of a step back.
One of the things we liked about the game was when we got to more of the run and gun action sequences, they were a lot of fun, and they felt like an old Resident Evil game. But Steve is right, there's actually a level that we got to where we ended, where you're defending a house, which is straight out of RE4. That was the most fun part of the game, was something I'd already played in a Resident Evil game.
Now let's talk about things we'd rather be doing than playing Resident Evil 6, Meg. I'd rather be playing Happy Street on the iPhone.
I'd rather catch up with like a distant cousin that I don't really know very well.
I'd rather go to a Burger King and just walk out. Not even order anything.
I'd rather converse with a tow truck driver for 2.5 hours.
I'd rather go to a bowling alley and enjoy time with friends while having 103-degree fever.
Steve and I only got our hands on the game for a couple hours, so we're gonna keep playing. It is getting pretty exciting, and hopefully it has a lot of promise, and it'll be more exciting as it goes on, so we'll let you guys know.
So guys, what is your favorite moment in all of the Resident Evil games? I know mine is when that first zombie turns to you in Resident Evil 1. Remember how scary that was the first time you ever played that? No moments like that in 6 so far, but please let us know what yours are in the comments down below.
Please hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and click this annotation to go to SourceFed.com to see everything we've ever done. I'm Meg Turney.
I'm Steve Zaragoza. Let's go not play Resident Evil 6.
Oh yeah, no, okay.